Hello, and welcome to another video on our Financial Literacy channel. Today, we will be discussing more on one of the 7 principles discussed in our previous video, which is putting the money you've saved up into investments or projects that promise a dependable income and make the most of the accrued compounding interest. If you haven't seen the video, please kindly check the link in the description below. According to Albert Einstein, compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. Tracy also said, most great fortunes are built slowly. They are based on the principle of compound interest, what Albert Einstein called the greatest power in the universe. In your finance journey, it is essential to know that to accumulate wealth over time, you need to practically do 3 things. 1. Make money. 2. Save money. And 3. Invest money. While the idea of making money is based on your earning capacity, and the idea of saving money is based on the ability to pay yourself first regularly, the idea of investing money is the way to build a sound financial future for yourself. Behind every investment, there is a power responsible for its growth, known as compounding or compound interest. Robert Breault said, if you understand compound interest, you basically understand the universe. James Surowiecki also said, I think people don't understand compound interest because typically no one ever explains it to them, and the level of financial literacy in the US is very low. So what is it about compound interest that's so powerful? And how crucial is it on your finance journey? That's what we will be explaining and walking you through today on this channel, how compounding works on your investment, as well as how to calculate your compound interest earned, and also ascertain the expected future value of your investment. This will help in determining what to invest and what to expect in returns, and also help in making informed decisions. Sounds good, right? Kindly fasten your seat belt, grab a pack of popcorn, and let's get right into it. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the bell notification button. You can also share the video with others, as well as share your thoughts in the comments section. Thanks. In compound interest, not only the principal or invested capital earns interest, but also the interest earned, as it is added back to the initial capital to earn further interest. The power of compounding is the financial snowball effect, which happens when you receive additional returns on interest earned, as well as on your original invested capital, thereby making your investment work harder for you over time. Compounding requires 3 super ingredients: investment capital, interest, and time, in order for your investment to grow exponentially like a rolling snowball. Let's look into this scenario for a better understanding. There are 3 jolly friends, 3 J's, as people will call them: John, Jane, and Jack. They recently approached their finance manager for long-term investment, and they were presented with 3 investment options. 1. To invest a single lump sum over a desired period of time. 2. To invest regularly, a certain amount at the beginning of each year over a period of time. 3. To invest a single amount and subsequently add a certain amount regularly to the investment. After much consideration, all 3 friends decided to make a commitment of $50,000 over a period of 5 years. John decided to go with the first investment option by investing $50,000 lump sum over a period of 5 years. Jane decided to go with the second investment option by investing $10,000 at the beginning of each year for the next 5 years. while Jack decided to go with a third investment option by investing $30,000 at the beginning of the first year and adding $5,000 each at the beginning of the subsequent years over the next 5 years. If the current interest rate is 10% per annum, how much will each of them have at the end of the 5th year? Let's start with John. John's single lump sum investment amount is $50,000. The number of years is 5, while the interest rate is 10% per annum. How much would his investment have grown to at the end of the 5th year? Using compounding table. Number of years: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have a principal lump sum amount, which is $50,000 in the first year. Accrued amount at the beginning of the first year is $50,000. The interest rate at 10% per annum for the first year is $5,000. While the total accrued amount at the end of the year is the $50,000 accrued amount at the beginning of the year, plus the interest earned, that is $5,000, which equals $55,000 altogether. In year 2, no new principal is added, and the accrued amount at the beginning of year 2 will be the accrued value at the end of year 1, which is $55,000. Interest earned will be on the accrued amount at the beginning of year 2, which is $55,000. So, the interest earned will be 10% of $55,000, which is $5,500. The total of both will give us the accrued amount at the end of the second year, which is $60,500. Year 3 is the same way as we did in year 2. No new principal is added. Accrued amount at the beginning of the third year will be $60,500. 10% interest rate will be $6,050, while the accrued amount at the end of the third year will be $66,550. In year 4, no new principal is added. The accrued amount at the beginning of the fourth year will be $66,550. 10% interest rate will be $6,655, while the accrued amount at the end of the fourth year will be $73,205. In year 5, no new principal is added. Accrued amount at the beginning of the fifth year will be $73,205. 10% interest rate will be $7,320.50, while the accrued amount at the end of the fifth year will be $80,525.50. Using formula, FV equals PV multiplied by 1 plus R raised to the power of N. Our FV, which is the future value at the end of 5 years, is unknown. PV, also known as present value, is the initial investment capital required, and that is $50,000. R, which is the interest rate, is 10% per annum. Converted to decimal, that is 10 divided by 100, which equals 0.1. And N, which is time span, is 5 years. So the calculation will go as thus: FV equals PV multiplied by 1 plus R raised to the power of N. FV equals $50,000 multiplied by 1 plus 0.1 raised to power 5. FV equals $50,000 multiplied by 1.1 raised to power 5. FV equals $50,000 multiplied by 1.61051. FV equals $80,525.50. So as you can see, John's lump sum investment of $50,000 will yield $80,525.50 in 5 years' time.